Hello, wonderful people. Let's honor this wonderful tradition of Inktober with some ink sketches. For today's sketches I used a fountain pen, and it's something that I don't use for sketches often, but I wish I was better at it. Especially as I like videos from BozoDel, and he creates these incredible, amazing drawings, but I'm nowhere close to his skills, and also I'm pretty messy when I use the fountain pen. But I always have fountain pens inked up, which I use for writing too, and I have two inked up with waterproof ink. This is one of them. This is the Plaisir. It's a cheapish fountain pen that costs about 15 euro, I think. And I have two of them. One is filled with platinum black carbon ink. It's this one. And the other one is filled with platinum sepia ink. Both are pigment inks and both are waterproof. And that's why I have them in these cheaper fountain pens, because I'm pretty anxious if it by chance dries up in a fountain pen that is more expensive. It would be more difficult to clean, and here I'm just pretty relaxed about it. What does it mean for the drawing? Well, these have a steel nib, and it means that the nib isn't flexible. I think the nib size is fine on both of the fountain pens I have. Maybe medium, actually, because medium gives more a flow. I would have to look it up, but I usually prefer fine nibs for my fountain pens. The flow is nice. It doesn't skip. I really like it, and it turned out to be my favorite tool to label all the swatches I have for the light fastness test, because this black ink is also light fast. It will not fade. It's wonderful just to write with this on watercolor paper, because some pencils or pens tend to be a bit too dry on watercolor paper, and yeah, this is just my perfect tool. It turned out to be my perfect tool, and I wanted to use this to draw too. I'm pretty messy when it comes to drawing. I have not figured out a way for myself yet, because, and I'm pretty weird at that, I would love to know how to hatch properly and how to do it like in a nice clean style, how to create it very nicely, but I'm not patient enough, and that's why yeah, it just doesn't work out well for me. What I do is like add wild scribbles, which do create shadows, which do create a pattern, and especially when I paint, it's not painting, when I have drawn the ground for this little piglet, this was like the most the texture that I like the most that I've created. Also his little hairy chin. Yeah, this is something I liked. There will be another pig that I have drawn the same style on another page in the same video, so you have to wait just a little bit till I start this one. And I wanted to talk a little bit why I was in the mood to draw piglets, or this one is actually like the piglet of a boar. The other one is like a normal house pig. I'm not sure how the English terms are for those, but when we traveled in August, we hiked a bit and there was this forest and they had boars, with a fence of course, that were out, and we have seen them, and I have recorded it and had this little hike video that I have uploaded last month. And there I have shown the boars that we've seen. Dante was very scared of them, and he didn't bark, but he was like very surprised to see big animals that were just so relaxed, and he was a bit anxious and wanted just to keep moving, keep going. So yeah, it was a new experience for me too, and they had tiny piglets there too, who were even braver and looked for food next to the fence. So I was not even a meter away from these wild boars. So yeah, and back then I just thought that boars would be cool animals to draw. So yeah, I used some other supplies too to draw boars, which I have not edited and have not uploaded yet, but I wanted to share this experience with you, just to show you what I made from it. And when I looked for reference photos of boars where there wasn't a fence in between, I also found other piglets, and there was one that had just like this very proud, happy face expression, and I just wanted to draw that too, and that's the second pig that is being drawn there. Yeah, I'm not very good at ink drawings. Maybe I should do Inktober again with just some simple fountain pen sketches where I practiced this, but honestly it was so exhausting and time consuming the last time where I did it from day one till the end, that I kind of not have the motivation to do it all again for the whole month. But I enjoy being part of this challenge to just be creative with a task in mind. Yeah, I do enjoy that, and I hope you do too. I'm pretty curious if any of you have drawn something for Inktober, if you take part in it, how you realize that. Do you do like one drawing daily? Do you do weekly drawings, or maybe one big piece for the month? It's possible too. That could be actually a pretty cool thing. But again, I'm not patient enough for such a big project. And yeah, so far I just do my little scribbles, and will probably try to practice hatching a little bit more, so it's not just this messy stuff, and I bring some order into the art that I create. It would be pretty cool. Yeah. I also thought that it could be neat to add a little bit of watercolor, maybe, after I did draw these. But somehow I liked the look of these drawings on this toned paper. And yeah, didn't feel like the watercolor would add to the looks of these piglets. But maybe for other ones, it could be like a neat effect. Yeah, we will see what this will become. I've also seen some pretty amazing ink drawings of landscapes and trees and such. But yeah, that's just another level of skill. I'm not ready to do that yet. I hope you had a great month and you have a great time. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!